Ooh, ooh, that was rough. 2 streams in 1 week, you say? You bet. I'm locked and loaded. I'm ready to go. Got a haircut today. First time in 3 months. I feel like I lost weight just from the haircut. Got a new Sonic game I'm working on. Let's do this. I think this time I'm just gonna create it instead of like showing things off. I'm just gonna start creating stuff, and just anybody that joins in can see it, get a nice behind the scenes look. They can ask questions or whatever. I'm just gonna do my thing, and I'm just gonna live stream it. So let's see. Well, since it's only been 2 days since the last stream, I haven't really done too much extra stuff. I added more stuff back here. I think at this point I've got I've got the structure of the entire stage like laid out now. So I'm gonna put more stuff here obviously, but I've got the end level thing here, so I think this is probably as good as it's gonna get, I think. I don't know if I can really manage to fit anything else into one stage without having to
I'm always washing the dishes when these happen, lol.
Who joined? Let's see. First I gotta plug in my phone just like Tuesday night. Wait, no. When did I stream last? Monday night. Let me go on the YouTube. And then I can check the comments. I'm gonna turn off that text-to-speech thing because it scares the crap out of me every time. Alright, let's see. Who is joining? Hey, it's Lesned. I remember you from the last stream. Alright, cool. I gotta turn down the volume. I'm going to turn off that voice to text thing because how do I do that? That's a good question. Sorry, I should have done this before I started streaming. Broadcast settings. I guess it's in here. Yep. Comments to speech. No. Link community to your broadcast. What? Encourage your audience to join your community by using the community link in live from PlayStation. Encourage your audience to join your community. Oh, I don't have a community. Okay, never mind. I wonder if I should start like a Discord server for the game. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know if we'd get that many people. I mean, like 30,000 people liked my first game, so I mean, I'd hope that there'd be a good, carryover from that group. Even if it's, 1%, less than 1% of that, that's still good. Okay. Is the audio good now? Like, I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna talk over it. Is it? Can you hear me now? I'm in a party chat, and I raised my mic volume, so it should be good now. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My headset's been doing that lately, where my voice gets quieter. Audio is crispy. Dude, don't steal that. That's my term. It's crispy. Okay, so I guess what did I add from? Oh, okay. You die now if you're underwater for too long. So that's something. There we go. No! And, I added a little splash when you go in the water. So that's cool. I didn't make it, I just found it. But I was like... I thought it was a lot more difficult than it actually was. It was way easier than I thought. It was like, all you have to do literally is just put an emitter on the chip, and then, like, when you cross into the zone, just emit it with no speed or anything, and it's so easy. I thought you had to, like, do some kind of complex thing with, like, tags or something, but no, it's as simple as that. My PS4 sounds like it's gonna take off. That's how I know I'm pushing Dreams to its limits here, is with the sound my PS4 makes when I play this. I'm gonna have to try to optimize some stuff, because it's starting to, like, I don't know if you can really tell, but... Oh, well, that's a shame.
Here we go.
Let me just get these.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
It's starting to slow down. If I put, like, too many things in one area, like rings and enemies, then the game kind of slows down a tiny bit. I don't mean, like, frames per second. Well, that too, but, like literally, like, everything in the game kind of goes in slow-mo. If I have too many things active at once. Oh yeah, I put another rail here. The springs don't work right now. That's one of the things that I can't figure out how to fix, and it's a job for my partner in crime. He hasn't been on yet. Get away from me. I gotta improve the animation for the punch. She's kind of like a weird little swing. Let me do a little... I guess I'll just run through it. I think I added this. These aren't homing attackable yet, so, but they will be. It's something again that my partner can do. And they've got enemies here. I don't know if those were there before. I think they were. And I want to have like a thing here that like blocks off the spring, so you have to kill these enemies first and then go. And then this is all new, I think. So there's two different ways you can go here. You can either go down here. This isn't done being like decorated yet, and I have to mess with the lighting. But you can either go down that way, or up here. And then if you go up here, you can go down there. And it's a much faster way to the end of the stage, which again, it's not totally, you know, it's not totally done being sculpted yet, but it's close. So you either go up here and then you can go through. I'm gonna place a bunch more stuff. This is just a rough idea. Either go that way, or if you go the other way, then you go down this way, and then you end up in the water. I made waterfalls too. You get too close to the. Wait, what? How come that's not working? Hold on. I have to fix that. I made waterfalls that have fog, and then if you get too close to like if you're underwater and you get too close to the waterfall, then it like pushes you away. Why is that so? How come it's not really working? Alright, how about that? That's probably better. It could be adjusted. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die here because I didn't make I didn't put anything down here yet, but there's gonna be stuff here too, like underwater enemies and everything. I'm gonna fit as much as I possibly can. I've actually had to hello Ben B boy. Juju, this is sick. Thanks Juju. I'm gonna try to fit as much as I possibly can in one level. I prefer not to have to split it into two different scenes, because then I would have to make like separate global variables for rings and score and stuff, and that's kind of annoying. And I feel like with enough optimization, it could definitely it's definitely possible to fit like a good amount. Like, let me show you. For spawning enemies, every single one of the standing robots take up like 2% gameplay. So, you know, if I put like, you know, 10 of them down in the whole stage, that's 20%. So that takes up a lot of space. So what I'm doing is I set up trigger zones to spawn the enemies when Sonic is inside the trigger zone, and then I'm using emitters to spawn them, and I'm never going to spawn more than 5 at once. And I'm just going to recycle the same enemies, and then like either like once you beat them, then they just they despawn and they're not part of the gameplay anymore, so the thermal goes down. Or if you just pass them, then eventually they despawn anyway once you go, you know, once you go out of the zone. And this is all stuff that, you know, I've learned, you know, like recently, that I can use in Sonic Adventure Dream blah blah words Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition. I can use, you know, this tech, if you want to call it. It's really not tech, but technique, I guess. I can use that in Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition to pack those stages with more stuff. So that's pretty cool. I got like all the the thing that's the most costly are the rings. And I'm still trying to figure out ways to make them as cheap as possible, because like every ring has to have a zone on it, a destroyer, a thing that, you know, sends signals for. We've got some. We were able to offload some stuff, like the sound it makes when you pick it up, and then like I think a couple other things, but we still have to have like variables on the thing. Otherwise, it just won't detect it right. Or we could, you know, if we try to offload everything and just have one instance of all the variable modifiers on Sonic himself, then that works, but only if you collect the rings too fast, then it doesn't register that you got all of them. So I can't do it that way. So I literally have to have each ring have its own separate like stuff, so that it detects when every single one is grabbed, you know, no matter how fast you're going.
Come on!
Because I think Dreams only detects it runs at 30 frames a second, except on PS4 Pro I guess it upscales to 60 frames a second, but the game itself, like all the physics and stuff and the collisions, still run at 30. So you can't like do anything like super fast because the game like doesn't recognize it.
Let's rock!
Yeah, it's the sound of the waterfall over there. IDEX Tiger is currently working on a new HUD and I think some fish enemies, like robot fish enemies. Oh yeah, I actually have.
Here we go.
I don't have the enemy like the actual like sculpture, but I've got a thing that throws bombs out of trees. So, kind of like Sonic. What was it, Sonic 1 or 2? Whichever one had that. As far as new stuff to show you, that there's really only one other thing. It was just kind of like a. What did I change? What did I do? What? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's a feature, not a bug. Who cares? What did I change? Did I do anything? Oh, no. Okay. I just opened things up to show people. Alright. I packaged it into a dream, so that's this is what you're gonna see when you. I'm eventually. I guess I'll release it both separately and as part of Sonic Adventure, like in the menu, maybe. Remix of Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition I've been working on. There are too many changes to try to put in the original game without redoing everything, so I made something new, blah, blah, blah. I made that today.
Let's go.
I like that. That's pretty cool. I have to watch it again. Check it out.
Let's go.
It's a custom engine I've been working on in Dreams. It's a Sonic engine. It's not really. I mean, I just like making splash graphics and stuff. It's cool. If I would have been a graphic designer, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like that I went for computer science instead. But if I didn't, then I would have been a graphic designer because I like that stuff. Flexing with that intro. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I just came up with it, and I was like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Weird flex, but okay. Oh, I leveled up again. Oh my god. 161 design and art. It used to say audio, and then I stopped working on music. That's another thing I have to do. I have to I can make some original music for the game. If any of you guys watching are good with making music in Dreams and you want to try to make like a Sonic Mania style like special stage kind of a track, like a fast-paced kind of upbeat thing, like that'd be awesome. I do need some maybe like a snow level and like a desert level. I'm working on desert level myself. The music, I mean. I need snow level music and I don't know, space level maybe. I'm thinking about it. Maybe something like totally just weird, like if you've ever played like Sonic Advance, what was it Sonic Advance 3? Was it Zone 6 that was like all the circuits and stuff? Really cool. Oh, really cool, man. Keep up the hard work. As a Sonic fan, I really appreciate these types of projects. And that awesome work, though, for the next step. Thank you. That's cool. I still can't believe that this has 30,000 likes. I mean, it's insane. It's a funny story. Like, I started working on it last summer, just as like a fun, like, when Dreams Early Access came out. And I was like, I'm gonna see if anybody made a Sonic character, and then somebody did, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I took it, and then I was like, I'm gonna make it, I'm just gonna mess around with it. And then I made something. I made Sapphire Shore Act 1 with it, and then 5x1 saw it, and he was like, hey man, I know you need help with logic stuff, I can do that. And I was like, awesome, like that's cool. And then we started working on it together, and then boom, like I don't, it's crazy. It's crazy how that I mean, like Video Game Donkey played it, and it's got like 4 million views. It's insane. Things have kind of died down, lately, because it's been a couple of months since we really had a big update, and the game's been out for a while. But I mean, that's fine. I don't with this come on, where is it? With this new game, I'm not expecting it to get as much like recognition as the first game, but I mean, if it does, cool. But like, I don't, at the same time, I'm not expecting Media Molecule to promote it, obviously, because it's not like an original thing. It's not an original IP, and I'm aware of that. And I don't expect them to show it off or something. I just like to do it because it's fun, and it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I've never been able to really get into it because the the barrier for entry, for something like Unity is pretty steep, where you download it and then you open it up and you're like, oh God, I have no idea what I'm doing. Even Dreams. I mean, the first week that I had Dreams, I didn't know what was going on really. I wasn't used to the controls. I didn't know what you could do even, and then I just kind of learned over time. And it's been over a year. And how did you make that intro? Do we just level up daily? What facilitates a level up? Oh, just playtime. Just playing the game. You gain. I guess you get like XP for you either like play stuff or just spending time in the game. Like either like making things or playing stuff. You earn XP. Leveling up doesn't really mean anything. It's just kind of a way to let people know like how experienced you are. I mean, IDEX Tiger, who is helping with he sculpted these, these are insane, by the way. These are top notch. These like literally look like they're ripped straight from the game. It's nuts. He's like level 214, which is crazy. I might be that high too if I didn't take off for 3 months to go, for my fall semester. What was I saying? I was reading the comments. That's right. How did you make that intro? Velocity Engine. I can show you. It's not. I mean, I'm telling you, like, if you know what to do, it's really not that difficult. It's just a timeline. This is literally it, right? Let me go into. Can you do like studio lighting? Is that like a thing? I know it's a thing for when you sculpt stuff. How do you do? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's not really what It looks kind of cool, actually. Look at that. How do you do studio lighting? I know there's a way to do it. There we go. Okay. So this is literally it. It's just, I got sun and sky, gradient effects. I didn't do anything except increase the saturation and then up the motion blur. And then I think with the keyframe, what else did I do? Is that it? Wait a minute. I thought I adjusted the blurriness with something. No. All right. Guess not. Oh, what does it look like with this? Whoa, hold on. Let's do that over. Go away, studio lighting. Now, now I don't want you. All right. What does it look like with the film grain? Nah, I don't like film grain. I really don't. I don't like when games have that on. Sun and sky, just a black sky, and then the sun is over here. It's kind of hitting it a little bit, not really. And then to sculpt that, all right. Here's a trick. Let me show you a little trick. I've been learning how to sculpt things too, which is good because for a long time I had no idea how to sculpt anything. I still prefer to just take assets that are remixable, that if they look good enough I'll just take them. Okay, so I did that by turn the grid. I think it was on a fourth. Do that, and then take this. Wait, take this. Copy it. Rotate it 45 degrees. Keep it in the same spot, and then make copies of it. And then you can just group them all together. Actually, that's, well, I mean, for something as tiny as this little intro screen, it doesn't matter, but you can also nope. What happened? You can also stay inside of the sculpt itself. No, wait. I was wrong. Never mind. Never mind. Scratch that. And then I just put a rotator on it. Well, I copied it, and then I moved it behind, and then I just made it bigger. And then you just put a rotator on it, set it to rotate, and it's all on a timeline. College eats up time like no other responsibility. Yeah, tell me about it. I had to pass Calc 2. Late Zero. Hey man, what are you doing? Showing people. Well, let me just play it. It's a fake little splash screen for a quote unquote engine that I'm building. The engine that I'm building to make this new Sonic game with. So literally, I just have text boxes. I have one text box here to kind of give it like it's faded, so it kind of gives it like a shaded look, a little bit. I could actually do another one. I could do two. I could put a second one here, make it even more pronounced. That doesn't really make a difference. I didn't change anything, right? Yeah, okay. Nice. Yeah. What specifically do you want to know about? Or does that answer your question? I know your question was how did you make that, but I mean, this is how. It's just a timeline, and then there's the text is in the scene itself. It's like placed inside the scene, and there's black boxes. Let me go back to studio lighting. That's all. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, it's not, it's not too difficult to do. Just found a bunch of sound effects and all that stuff, so that's all. Somebody commented something else and I can't see it. There it is. My problem is I have dreams, but due to a power outage, that's my fault. My save data got corrupted. I have to redo the main story. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's not that long, is it? It's like, what is it, like 3 hours? I thought it was really cool. I mean, I had no idea how they do all the facial animations and all that stuff. They're extremely talented. Obviously, being an actual video game, development company, but very talented animations and animators and stuff like that. And the story was really cool. They did a lot of stuff that I didn't even know was possible. That kind of gave me ideas. I can't think of anything like specifically, but okay. I guess I'll go back to if anybody has any questions about how to do anything, then I can try to answer. There are some things that my friend 5x1 did that I don't know anything about. But I mean, I made this entire stage, so it's not. Somebody commented, "How do you make the Spindash work?" Well, okay, that was actually entirely that's probably one of the few moves that I actually did completely by myself. So, Spindash. Well, it's not completely finished. Like, it works as I intend. Like, when you're in the air and then you come down, you can start, and then when you hit the ground, then it goes. That's what I want it to do. But as far as it being on the ground, it just kind of starts. I want it to be able to charge up first, and then you can go. I also want to have like a button you can press that kind of, if you're going fast enough, then you just turn into a ball, and then you can, if you're going downhill, then you go faster, like kind of a thing. It's like all momentum based. There's one thing I don't expect to see in art stream. It's wall running. There's wall running?
Well, better get going.
Oh. Was that the last scene with the dragon? Or no. What the heck was it? I literally only played it once, like on launch day. Like I beat it one time and I haven't played it since.
Okay.
But the last scene,
Okay.
I feel like maybe that's another thing. Actually, that's something that we were thinking about, was wall running, like for Sonic. Again, I don't know how we would do it. Probably just if you hit a wall at a certain speed and angle, maybe just use a mover for a few seconds and you can wall run. Also, maybe we're considering having like a Sonic Unleashed, kind of like a wall jump, like you jump onto a wall and then you jump off, kind of a thing. That'd be cool. Problem is, you know, if we implement all these things after I build a bunch of stages, like that's how it is in Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition, where like we're still implementing new moves, right? So, and I've got 3 stages out now, and like, you know, 3 other ones that I'm in the process of making. So every time we add like a new move, then that kind of changes how things are laid out, and like I have to go back into like old stages and change things, and like I don't want to do that anymore. It's just like tedious work. So I would like to wait until, you know, with this project, I wouldn't expect it to be out anytime soon, or at least maybe I'd put a demo out, but you know, you shouldn't expect to see like a full game of this out anytime soon, because I want to make sure that we have everything, you know, in place first, like all the moves down, and then I can build stages, and then we'll just release it, instead of, you know, releasing it early and then, you know, promising like, yeah, we're gonna update it, don't worry, and then like it keeps getting pushed back. And that's why I try not to give out like release dates, because I know it's, you know, either something's gonna come up or like one of us are gonna slack off, just because it's not like, this is something we do for fun, and if you work too much on it, then it's not fun anymore, and then me personally, I lose my sense of, you know, motivation or my inspiration for stuff, so I don't want to work on it too much. But as far as this goes, it's really not like, I wouldn't expect, you shouldn't expect to see this made into a full game for like a while, because I'm still messing around with the physics and some moves, like the spin dash isn't totally done yet. I went off on a huge tangent. Hold on. The beast thing during the car. Yeah, right. Mach speed animation. You guys rock. Thanks, man. How do you make the spin dash work? Okay, I will do my best to explain it, because this is the one move that I worked on completely by myself. So, no, that's not it. Dash. Okay, so it looks like a lot, and it kind of is. I organized it to the best of my ability. I guess I would start with, you press square to use it, obviously, and I don't even know what this keyframe does. Label your keyframes, everybody. Continuous boost increase. Keyframe when you're. Okay, maybe that. Disable. Wait, was it a decrease or an increase? Increase, alright. Nope. Disable. I shouldn't even call it boost anymore. It's not even really a boost. That's just a variable name left over from SADE. I'm gonna call Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition SADE from now on, because it's just faster. Disable boost increase. Okay, so Let me try to go through this. Well, if you press square, this I'll come back to. I don't remember exactly how this works, but it's important. Um, okay, so you press square. Comments are coming in, everybody. Hold up, it didn't show up on my phone yet. Sade. I like this guy. I like you. Okay. Okay, so you press square, obviously, and then when you press square, it goes. So the default state is not boosting. So when square is not pressed, then you're not boosting. So when square is pressed, you're boosting. And what is this? Is this a pulse? No. Pulse at off. Man, I can't. I figured all this out like a couple weeks ago, and now I can't remember what I did. Jeez. Okay. Well, basically, I mean, you press square, and then you go into the boost state, which is selected by it's output B, and then I don't know what this is for. Pulse set off. This has something to do with. Wait, okay. When the counter, it resets the counter. Pulse set off. Movement, walk. Okay, so this. Well, basically, like I've got two separate states where, I've got like two separate things for when you're holding square and you're in the air, then it does this, but you're not actually boosting it, like you're not actually like dashing it. And then when you hit the ground, then it turns on. So where would that be represented? I guess I'm terrible. I would literally have to like study this and try to recreate it again to be able to explain it properly. Unfortunately, I figured it out somehow. Well, it's still buggy. Like, I still have to figure out how to disable it when you're on a rail, but because for some reason, he's still, like, you can hit boost when you're on a rail, and I don't want him to be able to do that, because that doesn't make any sense for him to go like this when he's on a rail. That was left over from Sade, S-A-D-E, when you can boost on rails, but I don't want him to be able to do that here. So I'm still trying to figure out how to get rid of that. And there's also a bug if you're out of energy and then you, what is it? If you're out of energy and then you hit, yeah, you just tap square. When you gain enough energy, then he just goes into an infinite loop of boosting, and I can't get him to stop. So that's another thing I have to fix. That's the biggest thing, because people can just use unlimited boost. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here, and I can't explain everything, but I don't know, if you want to screenshot it, just take a screenshot with your phone or whatever, if you're watching this on your phone. Like screen cap. Of course, you can't see everything, but basically, like, I think this counter represents, like, the boosting state actually being active. So, like, I've got keyframes that adjust the your max run speed and your acceleration and stuff, like those change. And then I've got one, no, those are in here, and then these gradually increase. Or no, it's a gradual decrease. So, like, this is like, it adjusts your max speed and your acceleration, and then when you come out of the spin dash, you still run fast for you still run at that speed for like, what is it, 2.5 seconds? So there's some more things that I can do to adjust it. Like if you're going downhill or something, like, and you spin dash and then you come out of it, you should be able to run at that speed, like your top speed, until you stop, and then all the effects are here. This I can explain. This is easy for me because this is all like visual and sound stuff. So let's see. I should have labeled these. Revving. Okay. So these are all the effects. What is that? Oh yeah, that's okay. That's left over from. Can I? You know what? What does that? What does that look like if I? Yeah. Okay. I mean that doesn't really fit though, because he's. It's not like he's immediately accelerating. Like he went from like 0 to 100 real quick. Sorry. So that wouldn't make sense, but that's still there. Just gonna. Okay. So this is all the stuff. These are all the things that happen when you're in the air, I guess, or eventually when I make it so that you can charge the spin dash, the same stuff will happen here, probably. I assume. The sound plays, and or so if you're either, I don't know what this does either. I have to label these. That's I'm bad with that stuff. What does that do? Probably some kind of visual thing. So that's for when you're revving up the spin dash, and then this goes through something. I don't know what this does either. What is that for? Okay, I think that's left over from something else. This is all just like visual stuff. Is this okay? This, yeah, that controls the. I don't even know what you would call it really. The blue, this stuff that appears when you're doing that. That controls that. So that's easy stuff. And then this stuff happens when you're actually spin dashing. All the sounds, controller vibrators, some fog that, trails behind him, camera shaking, all that stuff. More sound, disable all the running animations. Gradient effects changes, all that stuff. So that's easy. Increase field of view, decrease cam distance, all that stuff. Does this stuff actually? Okay, yeah. Let me check the comments again. How do you @ people? I have no idea. Sonic Generation boosted like that on Rails. Well, yeah, but what is? Okay, this isn't even supposed to be here anymore. Does this do anything? No, it doesn't do anything. Well, whatever. I'm not editing stuff right now. Like this looks like a lot of stuff, but when you're starting, it's it just kind of builds up over time. Like I think I don't know. It looks like a lot of stuff at once, but it just helps to just start from scratch and just kind of think everything through, like logically, like, okay, what's the next, if I hit this button, what's the next step? What happens next? Do you have to keep track of multiple states or not? Like, is the move something as simple as like an animation that would play, or is it something that totally changes how the character moves, and you need to keep track of that using a selector or a counter? See, I've only recently, really started using selectors and counters to really do everything that I want, because I always kind of thought, like, I don't really know what these are for. This is stupid, whatever. And then it just kind of hit me one day. I'm like, oh, duh, like, use a selector to change whatever, like, to go from one state to the next. It's like in programming or whatever, it's a finite state machine where the thing that you're running, whatever, has like different states that you can, I guess you can track them or whatever. And then this looks complicated. Yeah, well, it looks complicated, but like I just said, like looking at everything at once is like whoa, right? But if you break it down, if you focus on like one thing, like just focus on where the wires start, or even where they end, honestly. Like I group things together based on what they do, I guess, or I try to keep it organized. You should see. I mean, there's a lot of people that just throw the chips on the circuits, or just throw the gadgets on the microchips just randomly, and then they just connect all the wires, and all the wires are like tangled up, and they're going all over the place, and it just looks crazy. This is as tidy as I could get it. So, but like yeah, square, you hit square, and it chooses output B, and then output B pulse at off. When you okay. So when you let go of square, then it resets the counter. The counter is set by you holding B and also being on the ground. Wait, no, hold up. Where does this go? Where does this wire come from? Okay. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. So the counter, if you're holding square, which selects output B, so output B is selected, and you're on the ground, and if your boost meter is greater than 0, which I have down here, which is the energy meter. If it's greater than 0, which I have visually represented by, I got my HUD section over here, the boost. That's kind of a mess too, but whatever. Where's the boost meter? There it is. Boost meter is pretty simple to do. If you want to track something with a meter, then you have a keyframe for when it's empty, a keyframe for when it's like pretty close to empty, like basically just like 1 or like whatever, the lowest possible thing is, and then 1 for when it's at max, and then what are all these? These are, I think those are just to smooth out the thing. And then you take the current value of the thing that you want to, the variable that you want to represent with the bar, like with the meter. Then you take the current value and then you hook that up to the playhead of the timeline, so that based on what the value is, it will make the playhead go. See, look on the bottom. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know how to do that originally, and then I saw someone. I just found it on YouTube, and I was like, "That's genius. That actually works. That makes sense." These are just to. I actually don't know what this does. I don't know why this is here. I think 5 times 1 put that there. I'm really not sure what this does, but this just smooths it so that like it's not, so that the bar, when the bar moves, it just looks smoother. That's literally all this does. I like when things look smooth, so. But back to this. Unless you guys are, since you rigged this up, this should be easy for you. I mean, yeah, I can kind of explain it. Distance from ground. All this is doing is, this is tracking. I don't even know what is 1.76 supposed to represent. Sometimes when you, depending on what you're inputting into a calculator, sometimes they're measured in a value from like 0 to 100. Sometimes it's from 0 to 1. I don't know. So you have to know like what it's what the range of the value is before you want to do any math with it. I don't know why I picked 1.76. Is this like 1.76 meters or something? I don't know. I don't know what that is, but this disables. So basically, anytime that this counter is reset, then that means that you can't boost anymore. So like if I set it so that if you're too high off the ground, then the spin dash just kind of turns off. I actually don't really know why I did that. That's probably not even necessary. Again, I mean, there's a ton of things I can keep fiddling around with and keep messing with. If you asked me to like recreate this from scratch, I would say, hell no, I'm not doing that. The fact that it's here, I know what all the outputs are. So, that's the important thing, really. If you know what all these do, then that's good. Like, once you have all the logic set up, then you're fine. Then you probably never have to touch it ever again. I actually labeled this one boost meter greater than 0 and square square pressed. So like, if you have to think of it from like a programming standpoint, if boost meter is greater than 0 and square pressed, and you jumped, actually, yeah, that makes sense. If your boost meter is greater than 0 and you press square and you jumped, then it plays this sound like it plays like an extra, like a whoosh kind of sound if you jump while you're dashing. But yeah, so like it's just, I don't know. But basically, the counter keeps track of it. If the counter's at 1, then that means you're boosting, and if it's at 0, then it means you're not boosting. So you can control a lot of stuff with that. And if there's anything that you want to stop you from boosting, then you just set it up to the reset counter option. This is the animation. These are all the visual effects, which I went through before. Force applier, this is for pushing, like if you spin dash, that was lightning, okay. If you spin dash into an object that's movable, then it pushes it back at a speed of, 35 meters per second, okay. So that's all that does. Continuous boost decrease, there's a variable modifier that keeps track of, while you're boosting, it decreases the boost meter, so you can't do it forever. So that's simple. Okay, wait. I forgot to show you guys something. For anyone that watches Game Grumps, if you've watched, I don't know if any of you guys are going to even get this reference, but I'm just going to, if you've watched like OG Game Grumps with John and Aaron, they played Sonic 06. I put a little Easter egg in. I have to get to it. Ugh, why did you miss the checkpoint? Oh, okay, that's something I have to fix, actually. I thought I adjusted the zone. Did I? No. Oh, because I moved it. That explains it. Well, whatever. I could do that later. I have to like go. Whatever. Who cares?
Let's do this.
Oh, I have to start over again. Good thing I put this here. I love the speed up thing. It's so cool. You can't kill the robots yet. That will happen soon. That's a 5x1 thing. I don't really know how to do that. It's got some complicated system that keeps track of when you're able to attack. That was stupid. When you're able to attack things and when you're not able to, and like I don't know anything about that, so that's not my job really. Or that's not my purview. Okay, Easter egg. Is there a story? Yeah, yes, dude. Listen. I can't believe you guessed what it was. Are you serious, bro? Oh my god. Yeah, that's literally it. Because I placed down those three like in that same formation, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna put that in, and then I found the clip, and I held my phone speaker up to the microphone and just recorded it, and then put it in. It's like, there you go. That's pretty cool. You actually guessed it right before I even showed you. What I could do is put Knuckles in the game and make him super glitchy and climb on invisible walls, and then put the clip of them. I can't do it, John! What is my life? Someday, before Game Grumps is finished, they need to invite John back on for one final episode where they finish Sonic 06. They can't leave that unfinished. They just can't. Can't do it. Is there a story mode? I don't know. That requires a lot of scripting and animating and like cutscenes and making new characters and stuff. If I can find somebody that wants to do that and is good at it, then maybe. For this new game, I'm kind of thinking. I originally wanted it to be like kind of open world, but I don't know if that would really work out. Maybe I could have a stage or two that's kind of laid out like that. But I don't know. I originally wanted it to be open world, and now I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll just make it a new Sonic game where you could just make whatever kind of level I want, really, instead of, forcing myself to do one thing. It's like with SADE, like I got adventure stages and boost stages, and the boost stages, while they're fun to play, they're a pain in the butt to make stages for, because he's so glitchy. Like, there's so many ways you can get out of the map super easily, and I have to like painstakingly go through and make sure that everything's good, and then even still people find bugs, and it's like, oh god. But this is so much easier to develop for. Like, already I threw this stage together in what, like a few days, and it's like there's hardly any. I didn't finish building it yet, and I'm gonna put, for certain spots that you can't get out of the map, I'm gonna put like invisible walls. But just the fact that he doesn't accelerate immediately from like 0 to like 100 miles an hour, that by itself cuts down on the amount of bugs by like so much. Because that one thing, the boost, causes so many bugs. Because this game doesn't handle fast-moving objects that well. It's the one thing I've had to work around. Sorry, internet crashed. That's exactly why I'm not opposed to Sonic Team slowing him down. Speed is a... Yeah, like, I don't know. He doesn't, I like the Sonic Unleashed games where he's, like... It's really cool when you're, speeding through, like, Italy or something, like in Sonic Unleashed, and you're going, like, 300 miles an hour, and it's like, whoa, this is really fast. Like, that's awesome. But at the same time, like, you can make him... You don't have to make him go super fast. You could... If you give him, like, really good physics and a really satisfying moveset, then he doesn't have to go 500 miles an hour. That's kind of what I'm thinking about when I'm making this game. It's like, as long as he's... Like, if you ever played, like, Spider-Man 2 for PS2, like, everybody... There was a story mode and everything, but, like literally everyone... Like, all that everyone did was just web sling around the city, because that was so much fun, because it was built so well, and the physics were so good that people just wanted to web sling. And it's like, I kind of feel like when I first started messing around, I remixed our character from SADE, and I'm terrible with, like, playing and talking at the same time. I just walk around in circles. Anyway, when I remixed the SADE Sonic puppet, and I was messing around with him, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna get rid of the boost, and I'm gonna replace it with like a spin dash, kind of drop dash kind of a move where he doesn't accelerate immediately. It takes a second. And I'm just gonna like mess around with that, and I'm gonna make more of a... I made a custom camera too, by the way. This is... I don't know if you've noticed, but actually, you know what? Let me give you a little demo. The guy who made the swing system in Spider-Man made it... Oh! Really? Made a PS4 game called Energy Hook, huh? That's cool. Why not just do Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 story mode, and the only thing you would need to do are the cutscenes and levels? Yeah, I could do that too. I lost my train of thought. Crap. Where was I? I was talking about... Oh, right, the custom camera. Let me turn this off, and you'll see what I mean. First of all, is the camera... What's the camera doing right now? How come I can't move it? Hold up. What? Is there a camera... Did I put a camera pointer somewhere on the stage? Oh God, I hope not. I don't want to have to, like, search for it. I feel like I'm... Oh, wait. I think I actually... I think I know where it might be. This is a... Where is it? Where could I possibly have put it? It was like... I started here, and then I think I went straight down. No, it's not there. Dang it. This is stupid. Whatever. How come I can't turn the camera? I'm trying to show... I'm trying to show everybody what I'm talking about. Oh, wait. I know why. I'm just being dumb. Let me turn this off. And also, that's the custom camera rig. These squares here, this is the custom camera rig, by the way. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Let me turn this off too. I think that should do it. No, really? Okay, so there's no camera pointer anywhere. What if I just delete it? How about that? Hold on, I'll figure this out. Ah, crap, I reset him all the way back over there. Whoops. There's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of, like, leftover stuff that I have to get rid of. Oh, you're over here now. Okay. That's cool. That's for the rail. Where is the custom camera thingy? Right here. So get rid of that and get rid of the camera. That should... Why can't I turn the camera? Okay, well, anyway, I can't turn it with the right stick, but I can still... So, with the default camera, it does this thing that I hate, that you can't fix, where the camera waits until Sonic is at the edge of the screen to start following him, and if you want to try to go up, like, slopes and stuff, watch. He, like, goes all the way up to the top of the screen, and the camera doesn't follow him, like, fast enough. So that's currently happening in SADE, and that bugs the crap out of me. I could, actually, I could probably just implement a custom camera in that too. I know how to do it now, so it's probably not gonna be that difficult. But it just bugs me, because, like, I wish they would add built-in options that you can adjust, like, there's a technical term for it, but I can't think of what it is, but it's like the zone in screen space that tracks the player and, like, adjusts the camera position. I wish you could, like, change that so that you can... The camera just locks onto him, at the center, instead of waiting until he's off the screen, practically, just to start following him. That bugs the crap out of me. Uh, I didn't change anything in here, right? So I can just back out, do it again. Now with the custom camera, notice he's in the center of the screen the entire time, which is great. That's how it was in Sonic Adventure 2. And that actually allows me to build, you know, slopes and ramps without him going off the screen. So that's another thing that I was held back on when I was developing stages for Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition or whatever, because I could never really make any segments that were slanted or curved or anything, because the camera would never follow it fast enough. But so now that I have a custom camera, it actually works out, and I'm a little bit more free in my level design abilities. And you know, it's a staple of a Sonic game for him to be able to like go off ramps and stuff and like go up things and like do this, you know. So that has to be a part of it. I feel like that's something that I wasn't able to do in SADE because of the camera. But now I could probably just go in and put a custom camera in there. Of course, you know, this one's not perfect. There's still a couple of, you know, things like the collision detection is a little bit off still, and it doesn't like reset him. The camera doesn't like reset back to behind him if you start moving without, you know, changing, without basically the only way the camera moves is if I move it like this with the right stick. Other than that, or if I walk, then it kind of follows too. But like, if I'm doing a move, you know, the camera, normally I would want the camera to recenter behind him automatically when I do this. So that's something that I still have to, you know, figure out how to do that. Oh yeah, the stomp. That's another thing that I'm bringing the stomp back. I got rid of the bounce because I didn't really, I don't know. I kind of want to bring it back though. Let me play this again. Barry? Barry. I want to have a part where you stomp through the ground or something, or boxes or whatever. I like how the spikes go up. So, another thing that would you mind watching Sonic gameplay of Sonic and the Black Knight, and the platforming in that game is really fun. It's not taxing. You want to use some other ideas. Do Dreams not provide an element node outliner? Well, that would be nice. You know, like, you should be able to search, like, you know, show all camera pointers in the scene, or show all whatever. You should be able to like pick something in the level and then select all of it. Or you can do that with objects, but you can't do it with gadgets. I don't think you can do it with gadgets. Or even if you just like highlighted it or whatever, so you can find it. I don't think there's a camera pointer in here though, because the camera moved, just not when I used the right stick, which was odd. Oh, I can't wait till you guys are able to be killed. Oh, it's gonna be great. Look at this. This is crazy. IDEX Tiger sculpted these, and then I actually when he sculpted them, he didn't put them on a puppet, so I actually had to go in and like oh, they're invisible now. Okay, that's cool. I actually had to go in and like place all the parts on the right body parts of a blank puppet, and then do that. So
Let's go.
I shouldn't have to do that anymore. Oh yeah, every ring you collect goes toward earning upgrades. Rings that you regain after being hit do not count. Check your progress with the touchpad. I got all these upgrades here. And these persist through the entire game, so in your comment, you keep checking. You can have the bounce where you just press it and stomp when you hold it when you stomp on things. Yeah, it's tough because it's pretty difficult to like.
Well, better get
People were complaining that like I bounce when I try to stomp and blah blah blah, and it's like, well, one's a tap of the button and one's a hold, but you know, I guess I could use a different button, or I don't really know if I want the bounce to come back though, or if I do have it come back, it should be, I should make it so that it like takes up a ton of your energy, so you can't spam it. Because my issue with bringing back the bounce is that people can just spam the crap out of it and then basically jump over everything, and that wouldn't be good. So if I do bring it back, which at this point is going to be extremely hard because I literally deleted the chip because I'm stupid. So I would have to do it from scratch, or I'd have to ask 5x1 to like redo it in this one. Is there even a trace of it left? I don't think there's. Where is it? It's in here someplace. Okay, no, I've got the effects of it, but whatever logic was here that activated it, I don't really remember. I don't remember what I deleted and stuff like that. So I don't know. It would be quite difficult to redo. R1 for the bounce. The tap window was tight. What?
Well, better get going.
Tap window. Was that a... What do you mean? Oh, right, okay, yeah. Yeah, I know. It was. We could probably adjust that, honestly. But yeah, so another thing, I can't decide if I want to keep the sides. This is also bugged right now. I don't know. It works, but for some reason, sometimes he like rotates the wrong way.
Okay.
So I've got the sidestep in here, and I'm debating whether or not to just get rid of it. Like, I don't really know with I'm not really gonna have like any sections in these stages where you need it. Or, I mean, I could keep it in, and then I could have sections of stages where you do need it, and then that could kind of pad out the stage length a little bit longer. But then that would, you know, if I wanted to use L1 or R1 for any other reason, then I wouldn't be able to, you know. So it's unless I somehow maybe we could change it so that like if you hit L, you know, if you hit the left stick and then R1, then you sidestep left, and then if you hit the left stick right and R1, then you sidestep right. Maybe, I don't know. But I've got the sidestep still in. Again, it's buggy right now, but I'm debating whether or not to keep it in or to get rid of it, and then I can replace it. I can replace it with a dedicated, you know, bounce button, or I want to have like a special attack too, that like once you get enough rings, then it charges up, kind of like Sonic Heroes, where if you got enough rings or whatever, then it would charge it up, and then you can do like a special move.
Well,
I want to do something like that too.
going.
So that needs a button too. So I'm not sure if I want to get rid of the sidestep, if I really even need it. Because I mean, the way that I'm gonna design these stages, they're gonna be a little bit more open than the SADE stages were. So I don't really know if you'd need it. You know, I'm going for a little bit more of an open world kind of a design. So I don't really know if you need the sidestep, but I don't know. What are your opinions on that? Would you, if you were playing this, would you prefer to have a sidestep in, or do you think it's not needed? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a sidestep in the game, or if you want it to be replaced by a different move. Like, comment, subscribe. Smash that like button. Let's get to 10 likes, everybody. I'm serious though. Like, if you know, like, give me your opinions, because I'm not sure. Would you rather have a sidestep in, or would you see it? Would you rather have it be replaced by, or if you have an idea to keep the sidestep in, but also have a special move button, and maybe a dedicated button for bouncing, then post your ideas in the comments, because I am open to everything. This is still very much in. I mean, I know it looks good, but it's nowhere near done yet. It's still pretty buggy. I've been playing it the right way, so you don't see the bugs. I do kind of like. I didn't even really intend to do this either, but you can actually go. You can go back, like, if you want to go. If you reach the end of the level and you want to go back to the beginning of the stage, you can actually do that. Like, there's no parts of the level that are impossible to go back to. Like, you can go back to everything, which is pretty sweet. I didn't even realize that. Ow! Stop. Alright, comments rolling in. If you find it unnecessary, then drop the quick step. Honestly, his turning radius and the level design line up with his movement well. Yeah, I feel like he's got a pretty quick, like, you can, you know, you're not going to maintain your speed, but you can definitely strafe, you know, like, I can get around these bots pretty easily. Never mind. Let's pretend you didn't see that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like it would really work for this game. I'm viewing this game like less of like Sonic Unleashed or Generations, and more of like Adventures / Sonic 06, but like good Sonic 06, not awful. The way I want this to be viewed as like Sonic 06 but good. Like, I'm even gonna like I'm gonna replace the roll with like some kind of like a spinning kick move or something like that you can just do stationary, that wouldn't make you go forward or anything. Actually, if I do that, then what would happen? No, okay. I can get rid of the roll, replace it with like a kick move, like an attack move, and then the Spindash roll can just be what the roll does. I mean, it's kind of redundant anyway. It's like it's the same move. One just makes you go fast. I can adjust the collision on the Spindash to be smaller, so you can fit through tighter spaces and stuff. That's the primary function of the roll, is pretty much like if you have to roll under something and you don't have enough speed to slide under it, you just roll under it instead. Stop. That's another thing too. I want to make this more deadly, like actually have things that can kill you in it, because in Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition I really don't have anything that's that dangerous. I have to fill the stages up with more hazards. Let me you know what? For fun, I didn't change anything, right? I don't think so. No, I didn't. For fun, let's go in here. Let's go play this bad boy. I haven't played my own game in a while. Oh god, it feels so different already. Jeez. What do the comments say? You can have R1. Yeah, you can use R1 to bounce. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, something like that. Let's see. How does this feel? I still have to put like the proper drift animation in too. Got it for that side, but it's still not what I want. entirely. See, this is what I don't want to happen. I don't want people to just be like, brrr, and just bounce over everything, right? So I would definitely tie it to the energy bar. If I really wanted to, I guess I could just screenshot every bit of logic from this Sonic with the bounce and then try to put it back in. But that's gonna be a pain. Oh yeah, he skids properly here. I don't know why he doesn't do that in the other one. Pretty much when 5x1 implemented the new movement, which isn't, this isn't the new movement yet, this is still the old movement. But when he implemented the new movement, which nobody's seen yet because we still haven't, you know, we're still not done yet. That changed a lot of, that caused a lot of bugs to occur with, like, I don't know, I guess just the tracking of his speed, like things that are activated by how fast he's going, because I guess he used a different thing to track his speed, maybe? I don't know how that works, but... Yeah, he still rolls that. Okay, well, I fixed the rolling after slamming thing. That's fixed in our local version of it, so that'll be fixed whenever the update comes. Will other playable characters be playable in game? Not in this game. I don't think we have a... I feel like as far as this game goes, we want to release the next update, which fixes the movement, or like improves upon it, I guess. If people don't like it, we can revert back to the old movement, and then I know how to fix it and make it feel better, make it feel more similar to the other game that I'm making. And then after that, I'm just gonna finish. We're gonna get to a point where everything works, and everything works with Sonic, and there's no more like stupid little bugs, right? We're gonna get to that point, and then I'm just gonna make a bunch of levels, and then I think we're gonna call it quits with this game until Media Molecule releases multiplayer for Dreams. Then we will definitely consider adding like an online multiplayer kind of a thing where like one, maybe we'll put in Shadow, and he'll basically control the same as Sonic, like a Sonic Adventure 2, like the battle mode or whatever that was, like the race, the multiplayer race. We're thinking about doing something like that where you could race somebody else online, like one of you is Sonic, one of you is Shadow, and then I build a couple of different stages, like multiplayer only stages, where you would just race each other to the, bleh.
Anytime now.
Speak slower, man. You would race each other to the end, just like Sonic Adventure 2. And that would be, and then once we get that working, then I think as far as this game goes, we're done with it, Once we get to like version 1.0 full release, then we're done. We also have to add more enemies into this game too. God, this feels so, this already feels old. It's crazy. Let me see how good I am at my own game. I do like the fake loading screen. That is pretty cool. That's a good, I like that.
Go. Okay.
Ah, the homing attack works on enemies here. It's great.
Okay.
Pro tip: if you're playing on a PS4 Pro, switch your display mode to higher frame rate, because this game actually does run at 60 frames a second most of the time. That's what I was going for.
Yes.
Yes! They plan on releasing
Too easy. Piece of cake.
B? Well, that's not good. I want to make special stages and actually have like Chaos Emeralds and like Supersonic eventually. I don't know what game I'm gonna do it for. I'm probably gonna move that to my new game, but I do want to do like special stages and stuff. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna have like a hub too, like in the new game. I'm gonna make a hub world like this, but I'm gonna make it bigger and more. I don't know, like this is cool, but like you really can't do anything except go to stages, right? Like you can run on the water and there's extra lives and stuff or whatever, but all you're doing is just going to levels, right? I want the hub world in the new game to actually kind of feel like a level itself, where like it could have enemies in it and it can, you know, it's just kind of like a playground for you to like try out all the moves, and I'll put like ramps and like maybe like a skate park in it with rails and stuff. You can't skate, but you can, you know, grind on rails or whatever. I still have to finish. Okay, well, what I have to do, what I absolutely have to finish are Capital City Zone and Sapphire Shore Act 2, and I have to do something with the inside of this building, because it says coming soon. I can't just, you know, just take it off and say, oh, actually, no, there's nothing here. You know, that'd be a slap in the face. So something has to go here. I don't know what. Well, more stages. Eventually, I'll have the entrance point for more stages to be. What? I'm stuck. Okay, that was weird. I'll have the entrance point for more stages to be in here. Because if I'm being honest, I don't have much more thermo space to have any more doorways. Because every doorway is like at least 7% thermo, I think. Wait, you know what? Let me go play my first stage that I made. I gotta make him run faster. That's annoying, actually. How about a Chow? Shadows use guns, but quicker, but the energy bar a little... No guns. Never. Not happening. Shadow the Hedgehog was not a good... That was the beginning of downfall for Sonic, honestly. The last good 3D Sonic game, with the exception of Unleashed and Generations, in my opinion, was Sonic Heroes. That was the last good one. With the exception of Unleashed and Generations. Those are good. What is with your foot? That's crazy. Alright, let's go in here. Let's check this out. My god. Like, the level design doesn't even make sense. I mean, I guess it's not... I mean, it's not terrible, but like, you can tell this is my first stage that you can tell this is my first level that I ever made. It's just... There's a lot of stuff going on here. I think I was too focused on trying to make it look like realistic and not feel like a good stage. Did a lot of good for movement in future games. Well, what's the difference? What's the difference between like the movement in Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Heroes? Like, isn't it basically the same? It's like pretty much the same game, right? Like the same engine. I think. In regards to a Chow Garden, that would be if we were gonna do it, we would want somebody else that, you know, we would need like a couple other people or maybe one other person to just be dedicated to doing that. I feel like that would be a pretty difficult thing to. It'd be a pretty crazy thing to try to add in with, you know, just there's literally. Well, now there's 3 of us working on the new game, but there's only 2 of us working on SADE. Just me and 5 times 1. So if we were going to do a Chow Garden, either in SADE or Sonic Evolution, which I guess I'm calling it that now. Sonic Evolution. We would need somebody else to do it. They fixed a lot compared to Heroes. I am I am an upcoming Sonic game for PC and Dreams, but I'm not sure about a Dream port. What? Crisper movement, clear turning radius, strafing, rail switching that Unleashed adopted. Rail switching. Rail switching, that's a good idea. We should figure that out too. What I really want to do is somehow I want to figure out how to seem like let me go back in here. Let's do example. Let's do example. Here we go. Let's go. Let's grab rail. I'm going to grab rail. I could have just done the entire live stream with the thick Russian accent. Hello, my name is Rich Menace 94. I make Sonic Adventure. I speak English as my third language. Okay, so you take a rail. All right, so let's take a rail.
Let's go.
Oh, we got a rail. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Also have to make it so so that he just goes off the rail when he stops. Right now he just kind of chills there. Which I guess, I don't know, that could be fine. But the problem is that we cannot do curved rails because that requires way too much math. And I don't even know if it's possible, honestly. But what I would like to be able to do is, even if we can't do curved rails, if we can try to simulate curved rails by just having a bunch of straight segments connected to each other and like turn slightly. I want to be able to do that, but the problem is with this current rail setup, I don't know if there's a way that we can make it so that you like, if you connect the rails to each other, then they seamlessly, then like you would just connect from one, see that? Once you get off of one rail, then you just kind of fall up, you just fall off. If we can figure out somehow a way to make it so that he's... Stop. My God. If we can figure out a way to make it so that you can switch between rails seamlessly, and then we can just literally connect them to kind of fake a curved rail, then that would be amazing. I could have entire levels that are just like rail levels. Or entire sections, you know. The only way that we can kind of fake it is if we have a rail and then we could kind of fake it by like putting one rail slightly below, I guess.
Let's go.
I've never actually tried that. Let's see if that works. Yeah, okay. Well, whoa. Whoops. That's another thing. If you can't put a rail through a wall because you will go through the wall, because he is tied to the rail. There's nothing stopping him from continuing on. So okay, that kind of works. I mean, it's a little clunky, but it kind of does the job. If we just put it slightly lower, then he just kind of like stutters for a second. Then you can't go back, of course, but oh yeah. Another cool thing, I have no idea how this or why this works, because I know this is like some super complicated stuff in here. Not in here, but the I guess it's on Sonic. Most of the logic is on him. But if you put a rotator on the rail, it actually will rotate Sonic on the rail and he'll go upside down, which is pretty cool. I put that on like as a joke, and I was like, I wonder, like, what would happen if I did that? Like, let's see what would happen. And it actually works. It's pretty funny. Yeah, look.
Ouch! No!
Ooh, That was kind of cool, actually. He, like, spun around. What in the world? Don't do it! Why did I place it so close to the enemy? I want to do this for, like, a space level. I feel like that'd be so cool. Have, like, a rotating rail, like, in space. Then you jump off. Yeah, then you jump off, and then he just kind of rotates back into position. But, yeah. Read my last comment. I am making a Sonic... You're making a Sonic game for PC and Dreams. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure about that. Do want to tell you what it is, and you're probably going to laugh at this one. What's your Sonic game? Overworld. Ah, it's already 2 a.m. Well, I could actually start downloading the Call of Duty update. I think they release it at like 2 in the morning or some garbage. Sonic Synergy. Is it on Dreams already, or is it just on? Is it out anywhere? Like, do you have like a YouTube video of it or anything? Can I see it? Notice the dynamic lighting changes when you go into a dark area. Increase the brightness. Boom. Check that out. I upped the contrast to make everything pop more, but then that made the dark areas really dark, so I had to make some, You know what? I wonder how expensive zones are to the gameplay cost. It'd be interesting to test that out. To just get rid of all of them and see what happens. Oh, what Sonic Boom was originally gonna... Yeah, that didn't turn out too well, did it? I never played Sonic Boom because I never had a Wii U. I want to play it just to see how bad it is. That's pretty much the reason why I bought Sonic 06, because I knew it was like awful. And I was like, I'm gonna get it for like $5 from GameStop and play it. Sonic 06 had the potential to be really good, but it was just rushed and just didn't work out. Why did I jump there? I couldn't need to jump there. Oh god. Okay. No. My PS4 turns into a jet engine whenever I play this game. Sonic Boom reboot. Dreams PS4 PC. Oh yeah, Dreams. Okay, I can't wait to see. Like, I hope that when they release the PS5 or like when they announce it tomorrow, like maybe they'll include Dreams as like a launch title or whatever. I guess we won't know launch titles like this early. You know, we won't know. They won't. They probably aren't going to reveal them yet. But I'm hoping that Dreams is a launch title for PS5, or at least, you know, like, they make a PS5 version like pretty soon, like quick, you know. And I really hope that they don't try to keep like the PS4 and PS5 versions like the same, you know, for like backwards compatibility or whatever. Like, if I buy a PS5, I want the increased, you know, power of it to allow me to make better games and like fit more. Like even now, like, I'm very close to reaching a limit with how many things I could put in this stage. And I feel like, you know, with PS5, that would easily be fixed if they, you know, I'm hoping that they don't go the route of like trying to keep both consoles the same. I hate when they do stuff like that. Like, I want to see Dreams on the PS5 and just... I wanted to see it at its full potential, not held back because the PS4 is still popular or whatever. Like, they want to keep both versions the same. I want to see PS5. want to see the Dreams version of PS5 be like you can have, you know, twice as many things in your games or whatever. You know, the thermo would be like twice as large or something like that. That'd be amazing. And like, you know, better graphics, better lighting options, better higher frame rate. Like maybe, you know, I could get to the point where I could fit a bunch of stuff and I could fit a lot more stuff in one stage and still have it run at 60 frames a second. Like, that'd be amazing. I mean, this runs at 60 for the most part. I wish there was an FPS counter that we could use. I know it's not exactly 60 frames a second. It's probably more like 50 right now. But I mean, still, that's pretty good. It's gonna do a sequel to Sonic Synergy. It'll be Sonic Forces, but rebooted. Sonic Forces kind of disappointed me. I played like the first 2 levels and I was like, I don't like this. I don't really have like I don't have that good of like a connection to like any of the newer Sonic games. I think the last Sonic game that I truly loved playing was Sonic Unleashed, and that was just the daytime stages. You know, I'm 26, so I was, you know, I grew up playing, you know, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and Sonic Heroes. Those are like my games and whatever. And then Sonic totally crashed and, you know, Sonic 06, and then it was just kind of a joke at that point. I mean, Sonic and the Secret Rings was okay. It was fun. Like Black Knight, you know, it was. I like how they brought back Crush 40 for the Black Knight. That was cool. Sonic Forces stole my idea. I had an idea for a desert level. Well, okay, they didn't steal my idea. I just came up with it too late. But I had an idea for a desert stage, and I wanted it to be like the first part of the level was like you going up to a pyramid, and then the second part would be you going into the pyramid, and there's like an Eggman base in the pyramid, and they did that in Sonic Forces, and I was like, ah, crap. I'm like, okay, guess I can't do that then. See, I didn't like. I don't know. In my opinion, Ryan Drummond is the best voice actor for Sonic, like the Sonic Adventure. Maybe not, you know, not in terms of his like delivery of his lines or whatever, because obviously back then they didn't, you know, the lines were kind of like they didn't really focus on them too much. But as far as like just his voice, in my opinion, he is the embodiment of Sonic. Like he's got the perfect, you know, tone of voice, like energy level. And then Jason Griffith comes in, and he just, I don't know. In my opinion, he kind of sounded like a clown sometimes. Okay, Tails. It's like, whoa, what? Like, what are you doing? I don't know. I liked him in Sonic X. His voice acting in Sonic X was pretty good. And then he changed it up for like the video games for some reason. He sounded more like a clown. And then, I don't know, Roger Craig Smith. His voice, like, yeah, he's a good voice actor, but his voice just doesn't fit Sonic, in my opinion. It just doesn't work. I would love if they brought back Ryan Drummond. I think they were actually going to, but then he wanted to be able to still perform with, he's part of like a theater troupe or something, and he wanted to be able to continue to perform with them, but then Sega was like, no, we need you here, and he was like, nope. So then they got Roger Craig Smith instead, and I was like, ah, darn it, because I love Ryan Drummond's voice for Sonic. That's why I'm using it here. Ryan's in a voice union thing. Yeah, right. That's what it was. It's a shame, though. Because, I mean, he was a really good voice for Sonic. the guy who played Knuckles in, you know, Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and Heroes was a good voice for Knuckles, in my opinion. Shadow had a good voice actor. Eggman had a good voice actor, but then he passed away. I like Mike Pollock. I like his Eggman. His is fine. But yeah, I don't know. It's a shame that they couldn't get him to come back. But I got his voice clips in here, so that's fine with me. Maybe, you know, if you've seen the Avatar game, they actually got the voice actress of Toph to, like, be involved with the game, like, in Dreams. Like, that's crazy. If I could somehow contact Ryan Drummond and, like, have him, you know, record voice lines for some, you know, for like this Sonic game in Dreams, that'd be amazing. That'd be so cool. Funny enough, Roger sounds a lot like Junichi. Besides screaming. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes he does. I don't know. I just couldn't. I could not. Like, when I got Sonic Unleashed for PS3, I immediately switched the voiceover to Japanese. I was like, I'm not listening to Jason Griffith's Sonic, especially his Werehog version, where he's just like, ugh. It's like, what are you, man? So I switched it to the Japanese voice acting with the English subtitles. I was like, that's fine with me. It's funny that they kept the same Japanese voice actors all this time, but they switched all the American ones. I like Sonic's Japanese voice actor. He is the perfect voice actor for Sonic 2. I just wish he could speak English too. He could do both voices or whatever. But like, Ryan Drummond sounds a lot like how do you say his name? Junichi. In my opinion, Ryan Drummond sounds the most like Junichi. Roger's the most accurate Sonic translation, while Ryan is a more American localized voice. I don't know.
Well, better get going.
I don't know. I just...
Anytime now.
Anytime now. I don't know. It's a personal preference thing. I just like Ryan Drummond's voice the best. Probably, you know, A, because I grew up, you know, playing Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and Heroes, and he was the voice actor. And B, it just, in my opinion, he just sounds the best. I don't know. Well, I'm not really doing anything now at this point. I'm probably just gonna go off because it's already 2 in the morning, and I also want to start downloading the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Season 4 update, which for some reason they like to release them now at 2 a.m. Eastern time. I don't understand why. But you know what? Let me hang around until the timer hits 10 minutes. I want to see what I've never seen it hit 10 minutes before. I've never seen it hit double-digit minutes. Let's get 100 comments, everybody. Let's get 100 comments. It's a preference thing. I like all of them. They all kill it later in it. Has he really?
Well, better get going.
Jason Griffith. Yeah. 99 to 2004 or 2005. Yeah, and then 2005 to 2010. Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. He's been the voice actor since, what, 2010 or 2011, and it's been 9 years. You gotta be kidding. I'm getting old, man. What the heck? The last, like, 5 years or something just flew by for me. Well, not really 5 years. I guess the last 2 or 3 years flew by. But still, I just turned 26 like 2 weeks ago. It's like, whoa, jeez. hoping that all the stuff I make in Dreams can be a good thing to show future employers, or maybe somebody at Sega will reach out to me and offer some kind of a job. Perhaps, maybe, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, it's a long shot, but, you know, maybe that will happen. Sega, you could, you could use me as like a consultant for Sonic games. I feel like I know what would make them, you know, fun, and, you know, you don't have to put any gimmicks in, like warehogs or anything, you know what I mean? You can just kind of, you know what I mean? That's Sonic Adventure 3, you can hire me, get me a job. I'm just glad that they didn't take down, like, my game. I mean, I was very scared, you know, especially like one guy like wrote an article about, you know, Sonic Adventure Dreams Edition, you know, before Dreams even came out officially. It was still in early access, and somebody wrote an article on it, and I was like, whoa, oh boy, and like, geez. And then some people made YouTube videos on it, and I was like, uh-oh, like, it's getting some traction. Now it has 30,000 likes, and it's literally in the top 20 Dreams all time in terms of thumbs up. It's like, that's nuts. I thought for sure, like, Sega was going to be like, nope, drop the hammer. This is, you know, we can't have this. But they're really cool. They're cool about fan-made stuff, which is really nice. You know, not like Nintendo. I would never try to make a Mario or Zelda game. As much as I want to make a Zelda game, I know I can't, because they're just gonna immediately just take it down. Dude, chill. I know you're making a game. It's cool. Chillax, bruh.
Well, better get going.
Yeah, what they're actually like. They give. Yeah, and like, you know, it's interesting. It's like, sometimes I don't really care at this point, but like, sometimes I wonder, like, what other people, you know, like what do the people at Media Molecule, like, think about, like, if I ever, you know, like, reached out to them for anything, if they would be like, oh, like, look at this guy, the guy that made the Sonic game, like, 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 I don't know if they, like, don't like me, or if they don't care, or, you know, if Sega said, like, no, it's fine that people make Sonic stuff, and, like, you don't have to worry about it, or whatever. I know, you know, they didn't give, like, an MM pick to my Sonic game, which I don't expect them to, because it's not, like, you know, it's not original. Just, you know, sometimes I wonder, like, am I in good standing with Media Molecule right now? Like, do they like me, or do they even know I exist? Do they? I mean, they have to, because the game is on, you know, the top 20 all time. It's just I wonder, you know, and I don't want to be known as the guy that just, you know, makes Sonic games. I mean, I could be, if it's okay with, you know, I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to cause any issues, but I just really like making Sonic games. It's fun. Me and 5x1 and one other person, his brother, we are going to start, at some point, we are going to start working on, like, our totally original game that's not Sonic, that's kind of like a Zelda-inspired game, but not similar enough where Nintendo can take it down. It's going to be original, but it's just going to be inspired by Zelda. And I freaking love Zelda. It's like my favorite franchise besides... I probably like Zelda even more than Sonic, honestly. But, at some point, we are going to make an original, you know, large-scale, like, adventure game, you know, with a big world that's like a Zelda game at some point. So that, you know, we could say, like, haha, like, we can make something original, you know, if people were like, no, all you do is... The Dreams subreddit, especially, is very, like, you know, they basically, they do not like seeing, you know, like, remakes of anything, you know, on there. That's why I avoid posting on there now, because it's like, they're just going to be like, oh, it's not, you know, why do you use your talent to make something original, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, fine, I will, whatever. Eventually, once the Sonic stuff is done, then we're going to make a totally original game. Look at this nerd. There's 5 viewers. He'll see your comment.
Better get going.
Can't wait for your new games because we're getting a quick Crash Bandicoot game. Yeah, yeah. The Mario remakes, that's cool. That's awesome. If they're all gonna be for Switch or something, like Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and I think Super Mario Galaxy, all are gonna be remastered. Like, that's awesome. I would love to play Super Mario Sunshine in, you know, full HD. That'd be amazing. That game was already beautiful. It's like, I can't wait to play that. Subreddit sounds gatekeepy. I don't know. At first, it was open to like all kinds of stuff. Like, even if it was a remake, people were like, "Whoa!" You know, like this is really cool. But I don't know. It just seems like now it's just people are like, "Why don't you make something original?" It's like, well, yeah. Like I get it. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's like, just because it's not something totally original, it's like I still put a lot of work into it. You know, it's like, but whatever. I just avoid posting there now because I feel like I would just get blasted by people. But who knows? The Sonic game teased by Walmart. Say what? Hold up. Let me Google that. Walmart Sonic game.
Well, better get going.
New Sonic game. Oh no.
Anytime now.
Wait, no. Okay. Never mind. I saw the Sonic the Hedgehog movie cover and I was like, oh no. Are they making a game based on the movie, based on the game? It's like, please don't. What new game? Check Walmart's Twitter account. I deleted Twitter.
Well, better get going.
Walmart teasing Sonic game. How about that? Let me search for that. Must include teasing. No, I don't see anything on here. I'll just Google new Sonic game.
Well, better get going.
New Sonic 2020 news revealed. Oh, that was 2 months ago. Never mind. Is there a new Sonic game coming out? It's been a while. I mean, there was Forces, but I don't even really count that game. That's Sega promises new Sonic the Hedgehog announcements every month in 2020. What? It's gonna be his 30th anniversary soon? Oh man, I forgot about that. Dude, I remember when it was his 10th anniversary. That's not cool. I still have that, I had this old, the Sonic Adventure 2 poster that I had hung up in my room when I was like 8. I think I still have it somewhere. And it said like 10th anniversary, and I was like, whoa. It's a long time. Now it says like 30. It's insane. Waterfall! Did I show you guys the splat? Yeah. I did. Never mind. Get out of the water! Why is his hands doing that? I have to fix that too. It's annoying me. Boom. Splash. Splish splash. I think that's really cool. Okay, let me check the comments again. I'm probably gonna stop streaming soon. Walmart just wants an Adventure remake too. Let me. Still a tease. Well, like, is it like official? Like, do we know that it's like a real thing, or is it just like a photoshopped?
Anytime now.
Probably photoshopped. I remember like back in 2006 or whatever, 2005 on like the early internet, people would Photoshop like Sonic Adventure 3 cover, and people would be like, "Oh my God, Sonic Adventure, it's coming out for real." And it's like, no, just a Photoshop. My throat is so sore. I don't normally talk this much. I'm not even used to it. Ugh. Okay. Well, my throat's killing me. I should probably go to bed. It's been nice chatting with you guys. I guess I'm gonna try to continue live streaming. I'm hoping that like maybe I could start earlier so I could potentially get more viewers, because I started streaming at like midnight East Coast, so not that many people are gonna be watching or whatever. So Twitter PR being. I think I'm gonna call it quits here. What's this notification? Nothing. Okay. Yeah. By the way, if you guys, I don't know if you guys are subbed to my personal YouTube channel. I have my own channel that's just my name. It's Rich Menace 94 _ 94, and I do post like Dreams related stuff on there, but it's like just like personal stuff, stuff that doesn't have to do with the Sonic games. If you're interested, you could sub to my channel too, but I mean, it's more important that people sub to the channel that you're watching right now, because that's the one that we're trying to build up. If we can get a large enough, subscriber count, then we could start posting like community messages and maybe get some ad revenue or something. So it's gonna be tough now because we've been a channel for a while and we haven't posted that many videos. So I think the YouTube algorithm kind of considers us to be a dead channel, so it doesn't promote us anymore. But play Element 5th on Dreams. Okay. Element 5th. Alright. I'm going to end the stream and I'm going to go play that. And then I'm going to bed after that. So, thanks for watching. And I guess I don't know when I'm going to stream next, but I'm going to try to keep streaming like pretty frequently. Like while I'm, developing this stuff. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to get early access to the game. Donate to drop a super chat, $5, and you'll get early access to the game. Just kidding. No, please don't don't bother. I don't even think I can do super chats. That's not even a thing. Please start earlier. Yeah. I'm gonna try to. I wait until everyone goes to bed so I can like I don't know. It's like less awkward or whatever. But I can just tell people I'm gonna be streaming, so it doesn't matter. Whatever. I will definitely try to start earlier. Am I off air? Oh no, never mind. Okay, never mind. It said I was off air for a second. That was weird. Okay, now I'm leaving. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will do some more streams, and you can tune in and all that stuff. So, all right, peace. So yeah, oh, Critical. I used to watch him all the time. Nah, okay, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm not gonna go into another rant. I'm leaving. All right, see you guys later. Okay.